Anyway, there were nights where I legit ate one packet of ramen, and because it's like such like an empty calorie like thing for me, I would cook another one. Wegovy, a semi-glutide treatment that I'm hoping is actually going to change things for me this time around. I am back to the weight that I was in 2023, like I would say March 2023, right? And that was when I was at my biggest. I was pushing almost at 300 pounds, and I mean I still am. My weight went down with the help of Jim, who was helping me like with personal training and everything, and I was trying to get my calorie deficit under control, and it worked for a little while. I think the lowest I got was 109 kilograms, and to do quick math for you guys, 127 kilograms is where I'm sitting at now. That's about 280 pounds. And when I went to the States for like a break, I got down to 109 kilograms, which is 240 pounds. So it was a good 40-pound weight loss, right? It was great because I achieved that 40-pound weight loss, and I was feeling really good about myself. But guess what? Life happens. Stress is just like a constant thing, and my weight slowly and surely started climbing right back up. I exercise when I can. I don't have like the spoons for it as much anymore. Like I'm trying to get back into the habit of doing that, but especially coming off a really cold winter and then a really dreary spring. Like the spring hasn't been good at all. Like my mood has been down. And I also started taking medications for my anxiety. So I've been on Xanax. I've also been on serotonin, and I've just had a lot of medicines in me that just make me extremely tired. So I don't know if because my anxiety is down that's why I wake up later in the mornings and I don't have time. Well, I don't make the time to exercise like I used to, but that's definitely something I want to change. Now, today is my first day on Wegovy. I injected myself last night, and I wanted to start this series off to kind of see how this goes, and I'm hoping it'll result in a more permanent change, because as you can see, I have this app that tracks my progress, and I don't know if you can see really well on the screen, but you can see where my weight goes down 2023 to 2024, and now 2025. It has just climbed up. Look at that. Okay, it went down and now it's gone back up, which is frustrating because actually 2 years ago at this time, right? It is May 10th. 2 years ago, I was 123.2 kilograms, which is 271 kilograms, which is 9 pounds lighter than I am now. So that's a bit frustrating because I went back up. To be fair, I don't think my body composition is the same because I did weightlifting and weight training with Jim, and he was a godsend. He really taught me how to train my body in a sustainable way for me, in my own home. So the rest is up to me. The discipline and the consistency is up to me. If I stick to what he has given me, I will definitely see the results a lot faster. And even with my weight technically being the same as it was, my body composition isn't the same as it was because the amount of fat that I have on me just isn't the same, and it doesn't sit on my body the same way as it did 2 years ago. So that's a positive. So today I had, I think 3 boiled eggs in the morning, and I also drank like just some lime in some water. And then for my lunch, I had pasta, but I had a lot less pasta than I would usually eat, especially with the meat. I portioned out the meat in like 100-gram portions, and I'm gonna start tracking my calories tomorrow, but today I just didn't want to bother. But I did notice that after eating that, like around, what was it, almost 1 p.m., and it's almost 8 p.m. now, like I've been pretty satiated. I've been feeling full, which is great because usually I get so hungry, like I get the munchies all the time. And I think it wasn't until like around 7 that I was like, I should probably eat something for dinner because I don't want to be like ravenously hungry when I go to sleep. So I just got some Colby Jack cheese slices and a handful of grapes and some walnuts, and I just ate that, and it was satisfying, which normally during dinner is a time where I F up my whole day, right? But today I had ground beef, I guess like ragu pasta for lunch, which I wanted to see, even though it was a smaller portion, if I would feel more satiated, and I do. And even now I still feel pretty full, and the only thing that I'm doing right now is like I have my 0 Dr. Pepper because these are like my little sweet treats, but it's been interesting. It's been an interesting feeling to just be like, oh, okay, I'm not hungry, but I also don't have like the mañas, like I don't want to eat either. So it's been really great, I think, today. So I would say today was successful. When I weighed myself, I was exactly 127 kilograms, which was like whoa. And I just rested today. I am going to make a plan for exercise and also a plan for my food. I ordered a bunch of food on Coupang, and what I did was like I ordered food that would be a lot easier for me to like put together. And I'm trying to figure out what am I going to do when I go to work, because I do work at a kindergarten, and I want to know like how do I make lunch like satisfying enough to where I don't eat dinner, because dinner is a point of stress for me every single day, because I can do breakfast well. Oh, I had coffee today too, and I had a sweet coffee. It was a caramel macchiato, but anyway, that's because I was working from home and I need caffeine. But anyway, I'm trying to think about what I can make for lunch that will be satisfying enough. I know it's got to have carbs, so rice. But I want more than just rice. I think I want to mix it with like veggies. So I'm going to have to figure out like how do I make food that still tastes good after I heat it up and doesn't make me wish I could eat something else at the end of the day, because food is life and I love food, right? But I'm glad with what I ordered. My sister sent me a quinoa salad like recipe that's really high in protein and has lots of like veggies like tomatoes, cucumbers, bell peppers, so fiber, and I think I'm gonna make that tomorrow as like my meal prep, and hopefully be able to successfully have that for the next 4 days for lunch. And I'm hoping the quinoa really just like helps with the staying, like, how do you say that word, being satiated, right? But yeah, and the Wegovy currently is in my refrigerator because you have to keep the pen and the little things refrigerated, and I thought the injection would hurt, but it didn't. And I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. And the cost of it in Korea, at least where I got it from, which I got it from my psychiatrist, he charged me 500,000 won for a month, basically like 4 weeks, right? And in USD right now, that's about 357 USD. It's not covered by the Korean health insurance. So if you want to go out, maybe just for like a coffee or something, pero like nothing expensive. Like leave me at home. I'm fine at home. Like I put so much investment into my home to be able to stay here without any regrets. So yeah. But yeah, day one on Wegovy was like pretty good. Like I feel like I still feel full, and I like that because you see how I'm breathing? This is why I'm on Wegovy, because I don't want to keep deep breathing like this. I don't want to keep having breathing problems, right? But I think it's not that the food noise isn't there, because I'm so used to like always thinking about like what food I'm going to eat, but I'm just kind of focused now on what should I eat while I'm on this to make it worth being on it, because I don't want to order food. So that's why I did my grocery shopping on Coupon, ordering, mostly vegetables and just like whole foods. I have quinoa, lentils, rice, bell peppers, cherry tomatoes, green onions, just as things to like make nice fresh food that's as little processed as possible, because I like my sweet drinks and those are processed, so I have to have like a balance of processed and unprocessed foods. So anyway, yeah, I feel pretty good on it. I was a bit nervous because I do have other medications that I take, and they said like nausea might be a factor, so I was waiting to see if I'm gonna like throw up at all today, and I didn't, and I haven't really felt anything except maybe a little bit constipated. But I have like the Metamucil like fiber gummies, so I'm not too worried about it. I'll see in the morning if that'll be a problem, but I don't think so. But yeah, with the Wegovy, I don't want the Wegovy to be the only thing that like forces me into a calorie deficit because I feel fuller longer. Like I want to make my body feel fuller longer on food que vale la pena, like food that's like good for me. I don't want to like eat junk food and be like, oh, it's so great though because I can eat junk food once a day and then it'll be like I'll stay full. It's like, no, the only junk I want is my coffee drink that I get in the mornings, and like that's it. But I want food that like is actually good for my body, and then I want to supplement with exercise, which I'm hoping if the weather finally gets better that's gonna be a thing. So wish me luck. Day one on Wegovy, and I injected myself in my thigh. There are different places you can inject yourself. The front of your thigh, they said, your stomach, like 2 inches from your belly button, and also your upper arm. And I'm like, thigh it is, because I'm like, I felt more comfortable just sticking myself in the thigh than I did sticking myself in the stomach. I'm like, my organs are there, excuse you. Right? So yeah, let's see how it goes. Wegovy day one. And hopefully it'll really make a difference. I went online and I researched like how much weight do you think I can lose on Wegovy in a month. Not that part really matters. The part is about getting to a healthy weight so that I can get off of certain medications that I'm on. And so I just want to like check like, am I on the right path? Like, how much can I expect to lose? What if I like combine it with diet and exercise? And I'm trying to look up where I found the information about that right now. Sorry. So it says you can lose about 15 to 20 pounds, 7 to 9 kilograms as your body adjusts to Wegovy with exercise. And I'm like, 15 to 20 pounds in the first month is like a lot, like especially if I do the strength training and everything. I'm like, that's a lot. That was like the maximum end, which is crazy because man, it took me almost a year to lose 40 pounds. Imagine if I lose that in like half the time. That's crazy. But yes, it says best case scenario, like if I don't do anything else other than watch my caloric intake, in the first month I can expect to lose 3.8 to 6.4 kilograms, which is 8.4 to 14 pounds, which is not too bad, you know. It's not too bad considering the way I eat. That it'll probably be more than that, because when I tell you I stress eat, your girl does be stress eating. So yeah. So I will do this series. I hope you guys enjoy it. I also want to keep myself a bit accountable, so I'm just gonna upload this the way it is, quality wise. Like I don't want to worry about it as much, because I want to be able to like sit down in the evenings and talk to you all about my experience with it and what I've eaten. The coffee drinks, my dentist and my heart doctor tells me stop it, and I'm like, no, please just let me have my coffee drinks. But that's a battle for another day. And anyway, wish me luck. I do got like 1,000,003 things to do. I've got like 2, 3, 4, like I have like 4 different screens doing different things at the same time right now. But yeah, anyway, that's day 1 on Wegovy. If you're thinking about getting it in Korea, it is a bit expensive, although I don't know how much it is in the States. But I think it'll be worth it, because honestly, I probably spend 500,000 won easily on my food intake every month, when you take into account like how many times I ordered Coupang Eats, and sometimes it wasn't even just once a day. Sometimes it was like twice a day, and you know they make you order a minimum. And that food is like for 2-3 people, and I eat the whole thing. So if I can be satisfied with the food I get at home, and worst case scenario, I just eat some rice and kimchi at work with the kids, you know, then whatever. Like, I just want to stop thinking about it, stop thinking about dinner. I want dinner to be like what I had today, you know, couple of slices of cheese for like the fat and protein intake, some walnuts and some grapes, you know, just a little bit of sweet with a little bit of savory, pero like un poquito, like just a little bit, like, so it's like done. It's just like a snack, right? And not like a full on. Anyway, there were nights where I legit ate 1 packet of ramen, and because it's like such like an empty calorie like thing for me, I would cook another one right after, right? And just ruin my entire day. So yeah, dinner is a stress point for me, and I think I have managed to identify my stress points. So with Wegovy, I'm hoping that erases the food noise, and that my meal plan in conjunction with exercise, with feeling fuller longer and not feeling that constant hunger because of stress, I'm hoping that actually turns the tide around and also gets me into the habit of eating these foods regularly, so that hopefully the plan is to get off of Wegovy. Then I can sustain my goal weight, which is to be at a weight that is low enough for me to get off of my heart medication, if that makes sense. So wish me luck, and I will see you tomorrow.